The room froze when the laughter cut through the barracks. A young recruit, brash and foolish, pointed at the jagged scars running down her forearm. "What happened, old soldier? Lose a fight with your own knife?" he sneered. The words sliced, sharper than any blade. She said nothing, her eyes steady, her hand resting calmly on the table. But inside, memories roared back, fire, smoke, and the weight of men she once carried from a battlefield. Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love knowing who's listening. The other recruits chuckled nervously, emboldened by one man's cruelty. Yet, there was something in her silence that unsettled them. She didn't shrink back. She didn't lash out. She simply let the weight of the moment hang heavy, like the thick air before a storm. Dust drifted in the sunlight streaming through the windows, every mote suspended as though the world itself was holding its breath. Her scars were not accidents. They were stories etched into flesh. But she had grown used to being misunderstood, even mocked. What they couldn't see was the cost behind those marks. The nights without sleep, the friends buried, the lives saved. She thought perhaps she would remain invisible forever, just another scarred soldier among many. And then boots echoed across the floor. A general had entered. His presence silenced even the whispers. Eyes snapped forward, spines straightened. The recruit who had mocked her tried to hide his smirk, but his smugness lingered. The general's gaze swept the room, finally landing on her. For the first time, someone spoke her truth aloud. His voice carried weight, sharp as steel, yet warm with reverence. "At ease, Valkyrie." The call sign rippled through the air like thunder. Silence fell. Every head turned. The smirk vanished from the recruit's face, replaced with disbelief. Murmurs rose, hesitant, like wind before a storm. Valkyrie? The Ice name was legend. A phantom on the battlefield. A medic who carried wounded men on her shoulders when others faltered. A soldier who fought with a fire no bullet could extinguish. A woman who earned scars not from weakness, but from standing between death and those too broken to stand for themselves. And now she stood before them, not as a myth, but as flesh and blood. Her scars glowed in the sunlight like proof that she had survived what others never could. The general's voice grew firmer. "These scars, they are not shame. They are victories. They are the reason men are alive today who should have been buried years ago." His eyes bore into the laughing recruit. "And you owe her more than silence. You owe her respect." The recruit's throat tightened. Words failed him. Around him, the room shifted. Whispers faded, replaced by something deeper. A quiet awe. Even the air seemed reverent, as though honoring the unspoken truth. Scars were not weakness. They were testimony. She looked at the young man, not with hatred, but with compassion. Her lips curved into the faintest smile. "One day," she said softly, "you'll understand that every mark tells a story. I hope yours are written with courage." That moment, she reclaimed not only her dignity, but the respect of every soul in the room. And the recruit who once mocked her learned the hardest lesson of all: that true strength is never loud, never cruel. It is carried in silence, in scars, and in the choices no one sees. Because strength is not measured by the absence of scars, but by the courage it takes to carry them. And as the barracks settled, the laughter long gone, Her scars no longer felt like reminders of pain. They felt like armor, proof that the storm had come, and she had endured. If this story moved you, subscribe for more powerful untold stories, and share this with someone who knows the meaning of resilience. And don't forget to leave a comment. I'd love to hear what scars, visible or invisible, have taught you.